is begging for the release of Nnamdi, although I don't think that we need to beg for anything. And I don't think that anybody have to beg for anything. To start with, Nnamdi was discharged and acquitted by the justice. I think you are aware. He was discharged and acquitted. Are you condemning the justice, the judge that judged the case?
What are the points now? Ngwagina Biafran is very intelligent. I know the cap. When they settle all down, you wanted that to watch this video. Why will we be begging for the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu when Nnamdi Kanu clearly won the Nigerian government in their own courts, acquitted and discharged by their own courts? Biafra man blast out of easy in this new video. One day, watch video. This is a very interesting update. If you see drop one more opinion in the comment section. To Saya can do also quite careful for the updates. Watch the video, guys. I'll be right back.
Actor Eze has called on Tinubu to forgive Nnamdi Kanu on what he considered an unfortunate incident that Tinubu Buhari was responsible for the incarceration of Nnamdi Kanu, but asking Tinubu to forgive Nnamdi Kanu on what basis? Instead of asking the government of Nigeria to compensate Nnamdi Kanu and unconditionally release him for the interests of justice and public peace. Your take on this development as an Igbo man?
You know, that's where in this country we used to be too funny. How many days, how many years will Nigerian citizens be begging? You will beg for your right. Sometimes you will beg policeman for your right. You will beg a licenseman for your right. Everywhere you go is I beg, I beg, I beg. I ask myself, I don't know when we will have the full rights of a citizen. And when Nigeria will become a country of rights. Now, is asking, is begging for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Although I don't think that we need to beg for anything, and I don't think that anybody have to beg for anything. To start with, Nnamdi Kanu was discharged and acquitted by the justice. I think you are aware. He was discharged and acquitted. Are you condemning the justice, the judge that judged the case? Don't you consider that the judge as a person who knows his job? After verification and after all the investigation by the judge noticed that Nnamdi Kanu was not at fault. We all heard it in the news. I'm not a judge, but I heard it. Discharged and acquitted. In a normal circumstances, when a person is judged and the judge has declared the freedom of the person will simply go home. What do we need to beg? And they always beg. And sometimes I see it as, people want to promote themselves. Anybody that wants us now to hear his name, they will say, I beg Mr. President to release Nnamdi Kanu. This man you are mentioning now, what is his name again? I've forgotten. Many people, despite the fact that he's a very great multi-millionaire, many people don't know about it. But now that he has mentioned the name of Nnamdi Kanu, many people will know him. Many people will know him. Even I know that somebody like that exists. I don't even know his name. If he didn't mention the name of Nnamdi Kanu, and as he has mentioned the name of Nnamdi Kanu, he will become more popular in the East. I think that the people are using this thing for their own promotion. I don't think that that beg is needed. What is needed is right and the justice. And the judge has declared the young man, discharged and acquitted. What everybody is expecting is him to go home. That's all. Look what is happening in Finland. People were arrested there for investigation with Simon Ekpa. Almost everybody is released. And Simon Ekpa maybe will completely be released very soon. You see? So that's what we are talking about, country of right. In a country of right, when they investigate you, take a look into your matter, and they didn't find you guilty, you are free, you move. But it's only in Nigeria that I'm hearing this, that a judge has freed a person and the person is still detain. Every day we are hearing people begging release, begging release. And another one, I don't think that Mr. President need a beg to release Nnamdi Kanu. I don't think he need it. I simply think that he need to follow the due process, and the young man will be free. He didn't carry gun. We have never seen him carry gun. We have never seen him, sending people to carry bomb and terrorize states of Nigeria. He simply say, "I'm not a Nigerian. I want to go and answer the name of my father." That's what he said. Sunday Igboho did the same thing. He's free. He's moving. We know many people even say that we are accused of this terrorists. You even have repentant Boko Haram. I don't know even the meaning of that. You have a repentant Boko Haram. Sometimes I ask myself, what's the meaning of repentant of Boko Haram? People who killed and killed and killed and killed, who shed the blood of Nigerians, are now repentant. What of those people that they killed? Nobody talk about it. But a man who is not a terrorist was accused of being a terrorist, and the judge noticed that all the accusation was, will I say, false, and they free him and they charge him. Let him go home. So I don't think we need anybody to beg to say this or that. Mr. President is a reasonable person. I think he will has been taking look, into the matter, and that he will release him. But if they refuse to release him, I know that one day there are people that are even stronger, that will, take a look into the matter and ask for the releasing of Nnamdi Kanu. That's what I think.
Finally, as a calling for Tinubu to forgive him, sent some sense of condemnation on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that he is guilty of the rendition, and sends some bad signal about the Igbo's right and position in Nigeria today.
The judge, the court, they did not find Nnamdi Kanu guilty. That's the information that we all have. I think Kato is a Nigerian. I think that he reads the news, and he can also remember the day or the date that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was released by the judge. Asking for forgiveness. I don't know if he himself find Nnamdi Kanu guilty of anything. When the judge did not find him guilty, is it Ato that is now judging? He say he lost how many people? 7 people during the war. That's one thing with our Nigeria. We are so self-centered. He's talking about 7 people that he lost. I don't know if you know how many people have died in the East. I don't know if you know how many young people that Nigerians have killed in the East. In the name of those people say, we don't want to belong to Nigeria again. And for me, even our vice president said something sometimes ago. Freedom is a right. Every human being. That cannot be denied. Freedom is a right that cannot be denied at all. Every human being, even birds. If you cage a bird, the bird will be struggling, to get out of the cage. How much more when a human being feels caged? Igbo say they are feeling caged. They are caged by Nigeria, and they want to go on their own. I think it's not matter of power, it's not matter of force, it's not matter of arresting or detaining whomever. If you want to do something, Nigerian government should call for a round the table for the discussion. Depending on me, they would have called Simon Ekpa, Nnamdi Kanu, and all the freedom fighters to a neutral country. Invite them to a neutral country where there is security, so that all of them can sit on a round table and discuss the matter. Even the unity of Nigeria. Recently, Yorubans were saying they are tired of Nigeria. They want to go. Some people who still insist he want to go, and he is still free, moving around. I don't know why the case of Igbos should always be different That's why Igbos are saying, that's why they're talking about Igbophobia. Igbos are saying they are marginalized and their hatred is, everybody hates them. They do say, but looking at what is going on, you will say, yes, those people are right. Because Igbo said he want to free. He is claiming Yoruba, will I say, Oduduwa Republic. And he's free moving around. Why should the case of Nnamdi Kanu be different? That's the question. Why should it be different? How many people have died in Igbo land? Remember the time of Buhari? I was asking myself, is the world of Igbos different from another world or from the rest of the world? Why am I saying so? I think that they would have charged the ex-president. I think that they would have called him for, will I say, I've forgotten, human. Yes. I think that they would have called him. Because the way he killed youth in the Igbo. And look at what they are doing. They select youth. And they have been killing all what they killed during the war. They are not satisfied. They kept on killing until now. I asked myself, how many people will die in Igbo land for the rest of the world to be satisfied?